No, hello. Um, so we're just gonna start wait for people to come. Akkor most ez a Facebook Live ez arról fog szólni, hogy az anyukám meg a testvéreim itt voltak egy hétig, és ugye elbeszélgetünk arról, hogy milyen volt ez a hét, mit csináltunk, meg hogy tetszett-e Anglia. So we're just gonna start talking about our time in England and if you liked it or not, what we did and all that. So, Anya, milyen volt Anglia?
Szép volt, meg örülök, hogy együtt voltunk mindannyian. Mind a négyen.
So, my mom says, don't laugh because you have the camera, you are the cameraman. Anya, ne nevessél, mert nálad van a telefon, aztán te vagy a telefon. So my mom says, they had a nice time in England. So we were all together. It's been a while since we've been together. I relocated to England 8 years ago. So it was ever since we struggle to see each other. So we have very limited time when we can actually see each other. So my mom is really happy that finally we were together this week. And this Facebook Live is going to be in Hungarian, yay, and in English as well. Okay, so you can ask questions, mert ez a Facebook Live, ez magyarul és angolul is lesz. Úgyhogy ha van kérdésed, akkor írj nyugodtan, majd anya elolvassa így oldalasan, és akkor megválaszoljuk. Okay, so he says, you are all looking fantastic. Mindannyian nagyon fantasztikusan nézünk ki. Thank you very much. My mom says thank you. That's already really good. I don't know if you can see my younger sister. That's Diana. And my elder sister, Melinda. And my mom. Yeah. Don't make my mom laugh because then the camera starts shaking and we don't want that. So nem nevessétek meg anyát, mert akkor a telefon elkezd rezegni, és ezt nem akarjuk. Tehát... Micsoda?
Ne nevettessétek.
Ne nevettessétek. Okay. So...
Majd kijavítjuk, ha rosszul mondod.
What did we do this week? Mit csináltunk ezen a héten? Dia.
Voltunk Londonban, ott megnéztük ugye a nagy nevezetességeket, akkor voltunk Manchesterben, jártunk sokat Kornélékkal, Kornéllal meg Harmonival, meg el voltunk, mentünk vásárolni.
Sokat vásárolni.
Right, so my sister says that we've been to London. They really wanted to go to London because as you know, for many people, outside of the UK, London is like almost like a country itself. So when they think about England, they think about London. So everybody needs to London, and they liked it. They really like London. And my sister just said that she really enjoyed playing with little Cornelius, Barry, Dea, Flabi, and little Harmony, hey? They are still playing right there on the sofa. And yeah, we had a great time. I mean, I've been living in England for like 8 years. And they've come... They've come 3 times or 4 times they've come to England. Yeah, my mom came the most of the time. And So they've not managed to go to London so far. Now this week they went to London and they really enjoyed it. So, have you got any questions? Advertise that my in-laws are looking for husbands. That's actually Benga. So Benga, my husband is here, and he suggests that his in-laws, Diana and Melinda, are looking for a husband. I don't know about this one. I don't know where Benga got it from. Benga most írta ugye a kommentbe, hogy ti férjet kerestek, én nem tudom, hogy honnan szedtem.
No.
Férjet kerestek. Okay, my mom is not looking for husband, for sure.
Diának van férje.
Akkor anya nem
keres férjet, neki is van párja, és nekem is van párja.
Dia is already married. Yeah, Melinda is not looking for husband either, she said. But anyway, Benga thinks Dia's showing you a ring, okay? And Benga still thinks that Melinda Diana is looking for husband. I don't know about that.
Benga nagyon vicces.
Benga is very funny, Melinda said. Benga, you are very funny. So, we are now looking for husband. We've been to London. Okay? Nem keresünk férjet, voltunk Londonban. És I'm sure you wonder what people, you know, people who don't live in the UK, what do they think about the UK? So I really wanted to ask this question. You know, I wanted to ask my family what they think, what they used to think about UK, and maybe if you know whether their expectations met. So, mit gondoltatok régen Angliáról, még mielőtt jöttetek Angliába?
Kb. Azt gondoltuk, mint amit láttunk is, hogy nagyon rossz az időjárás, alig süt a nap, olyan szürke minden, felhősödik állandóan, de amúgy jó kirándulni, megnézni, amit meg lehet itt, nevezetességeket, érdekesek az emberek, az öltözködésük, minden egyedi, nincs két egyforma ember, bármit felvehetsz. Szó szerint bármi. Elmehetsz köntösbe vásárolni.
Not really. Nem igazán, mert abból lett egy kis probléma.
De ott voltak ketten.
Anyway, so my sister is saying that before she came to the UK, she used to think England was really dark and, you know, looking a bit sad. Hey! And they used to think that, you know, people are probably a bit miserable. And anyway, she says that it is kind of true, but she also thinks that, you know, England, azt mondta, hogy azért magyar, Anglia az egészen jó, nem? Anglia viszonylag azért jobb, mint amire meggondoltad, hogy...
Kb. Az, amire számítasz.
So she thinks, yes, her expectations have met, but at the same time, she likes the fact that anybody can wear anything. You can go shopping in a dressing gown. She did say she likes that. And we've seen a couple of ladies traveling from London to Manchester in a dressing gown, and she found that quite funny. Azt viccesnek találtad, nem? Amikor köntösbe.
Ja, meg házi papír.
Meglepő és vicces egyben.
And in slippers, yeah. És laknátok Angliában?
No.
So my question was, would you live in the UK? They straight away said no.
Egyértelmű.
Obviously, my mom says. So why is that? Miért nem laknátok Angliában?
Én szeretem Magyarországot, szeretek ott élni, szeretem, hogy van tél, van tavasz, nyár, van ősz, minden van. Itt nekem ez egyhangú, ez az időjárás, és ezt már mondtam máskor is, hogyha nem ott kéne lakni, akkor valami napos országba mennék, ahol süt a nap. Ez nagyon megterhi tehát nem is a szervezetet, hanem a lelkedet, hogy soses a nap. Tehát mindig ez a borongós idő van, ez ráteleszik a hangulatodra.
Nyáron ma vagy 2 hét napsütő.
Nyáron még nem volt.
4 hónap.
4.
So she said she wouldn't like to live in the UK. She likes Hungary because they've got in Hungary. We've got proper summer, proper winter as well. So it's really cold in winter. But then she says, she doesn't like the fact that the weather is always kind of the same, kind of miserable, kind of looking rainy weather. She doesn't like that. She thinks it does affect people, it does affect the mood, and she would probably feel a bit miserable if she was living here. So in Hungary, we've got sunshine, we've got beautiful ladies, we've got some rain in autumn and spring, but we have a proper winter. We've got snow this year. We had snow. Most fehér karácsony volt, nem? So we had white Christmas like last year, like just 2016.
Most itt jobb idő van, de nekünk otthon nagyon hideg.
So my mom said actually the weather is nicer here right now than in Hungary, but what's it? It's like kind of constant.
De nyáron van 40 fok. 40
in Hungary, right? So in Hungary, where I'm from, in summertime, we've got like with summer, like it could be even 40 degrees. So that's quite nice. I mean, it's a bit too hot, isn't it? It's not a kicsit túl meleg.
Nyáron jó.
That's too meleg.
Menni kell a vízpartra.
You need to go to the beach, yeah? So if you go to Hungary, we've got thermal pools in Hungary.
Mi?
Vannak ezek a termálfürdők Magyarországon.
Hát az télen.
Ja, az mindig meleg.
Az mindig meleg.
Okay, don't go to, if you go to Hungary, don't go to, right, so you need to go to the,
Folyópartok. Tópart.
we've got some lakes. You can go to the Balaton. That's our biggest lake in Hungary, Balaton, and that's quite nice. We call it the Hungarian Sea. Is the Balaton. And yeah, you can. Yeah, we've got. Anyway, so you can go to like at river. You can go to the river, or you can go to Balaton, to the lake. However, we also have a lot of open air beaches, so swimming pools. Right. So we had a bit of an accident here. Yeah. That's gonna be funny to watch this back. Ez jó lesz ezt visszanézni, anya. Neked az arcod. So we had just a lamp all in the back, but that's alright. So this is a live show. That's what we have when we have a live show, yeah? So fine. Everybody's okay. So, if you go to Hungary, don't go to thermal pools in summer because that's like really, really hot. That's for healing people. We believe that if you go to thermal swimming pools, they are normally covered in a building, then that's gonna heal you. But in summertime, when it's 40 degrees in Hungary, then you should just go to one of these open swimming pools. Okay, so 15 children, Cornelius, and how many? So we're still waiting for your questions. Can Dia teach us dance? Diana, Benga is asking, can you teach people dance? Well, that's going to be a bit difficult on my armchair.
Most nem.
No. So, Benga azt kérdezi, a férjem azt kérdezi, hogy Dia meg tudná minket tanítani. So, Dia is a dancer, mert Dia ugye táncol, és akkor úgy meg tudna minket tanítani. No, we're not gonna teach dancing. Children, stop fighting in the back.
Cornél.
Okay, and so we are talking about a week in England at the moment. We discussed why we like or we don't like England and what my sister's expectations were before they came to the UK and whether these expectations met or not. Right, Anya, mindenki azt kérdezi. Okay, we need to do something.
Cornél. Mit?
Right, so so we everybody wants to know whether everybody wants to know whether, you know, I'm married to a Nigerian guy, and everybody is asking me the question whether my parents were okay with me marrying a Nigerian guy. So this is your opportunity to ask my mom. So anybody's out there watching us, you need to ask this question, okay? Na, akkor most anyát megkérdezem, mert mindenki ezt kérdezi tőlem, hogy mit szóltál ahhoz, amikor ugye azt ugye beszéltük, hogy férjhez menjek, és hogy Nigériai lesz a férjem.
Semmi.
Mom just said...
Már megszokott volt, hogy gondoltam, hogy nem magyar férjed lesz. Akkor azt megszokott, azt nem mondja.
Right.
Akkor gondoltam, hogy nem lesz magyar.
Right. So, I've got a freedom of translation. I can translate anything I want to, and I'm going to take advantage of that now. So, basically, my mom said that she didn't mind me marrying a Nigerian guy at all. Because she kind of thought that I'm not going to marry a Hungarian guy anyway. And I was extremely lucky because she didn't make a big deal out of it. So in our family, and can I say in most Hungarian families, I think parents kind of accept the guy that you want for yourself. So if you want to marry a Nigerian guy, they will accept that, I believe. Szerintetek Magyarországon a legtöbb magyar családban elfogadnák azt, hogy valaki egy nigériai az akar férjhez menni, vagy...
Nem a nemzetiség számít amúgy, mert ha a gyereked boldog, akkor elfogadod az ő boldogságát. Ez mindegy, hogy afrikai, ázsiai, bármi.
Szerinted a legtöbb családban van?
Igen. Azt gondolom, hogy ha azt látom, hogy az én gyerekem boldog, akkor az mindegy, hogy kivel van, hogyha ő boldog és nem bántja, hanem szeretetet okoz neki.
Right, so my sister here, Melinda, she says she thinks in most Hungarian families it doesn't really matter, who your children want to marry. If they want to marry a Nigerian guy, an African, an Asian, or whatever nationality she wants to marry, then that's going to be fine. So I want to believe it's like that. I don't know, because to be honest with you, I kind of lost touch with Hungary. Like, it's been quite a long time since I've lived in Hungary, so I don't really know how things are at the moment, whether they are open-minded, whether they still want to make sure that their children marry a Hungarian. I don't know. But anyway, it looks like Hungarians are quite open-minded. By the way, if you don't know much about Hungary, where we are from, then Hungary is quite a small country next to Austria, in the middle of Europe. So maybe because of the Western influence, I would say we are quite liberal, or quite open-minded. I don't think we are racist towards African. I mean, partly because I think we don't really know so many. I mean, Magyarországon nem olyan sok afrikai egyenlőre.
Az egyetemre sok külföldi jár, nagyon sok, de aki már itt is akar élni, vagy otthon élni, abból szerintem tényleg kevés van.
És főleg orvosok.
Right, so they say that in Hungary there are not so many Nigerians or Africans at the moment. I mean, the ones they are probably medical students. I mean, the ones that we know, and the ones that my sisters know. And right, so we got a bit of a technical in the back. We got the two kids fighting. Right, so do we have any questions? We're talking about our week. My sisters and my mom spent a week in England, and they came from Hungary. And we had a lovely time in London. We went to London just for a day. We saw, you know, the most of the tourist attractions, and that was quite nice. Dia, you saw the school. I mean, you came into even the school building this morning. What did you think about, now in this case, the primary school itself? Mit gondoltál az általános iskoláról, magáról az épületről, meg úgy, amit lát?
Igazából totál olyan, mint amilyen a filmekben látunk. Tehát amiket így mutogatnak az amerikai, meg az angol, vagy így a brit filmekben. Tehát itt tényleg mennek a kis egyenruhában, a kis miniatűr emberkék, és tényleg ilyen nagyon-nagyon szeretetesek az óvónők, vagy a tanítónők, és viszonylag jól viselkednek a gyerekek, meg tényleg totál olyan az egész, mint az ilyen filmekben. Úgyhogy tök jó volt.
Right, so my sister saying that she came this morning. She came to take my son to school, and then she had the opportunity to actually go inside the building as well. So she says for her, the building itself looked exactly like, you know, in the British movies, or even slightly a little bit like the American movies that she's seen in the past. And she says that teachers looked quite enthusiastic, they looked quite nice to children, and children looked quite, quite nice to them and quite well behaved. So she thinks, she kind of tetszett, no? She liked it. So yeah, so that's so nice. Do you have any questions at all? I mean, we had a lovely week. We already enjoyed it. They're going back tomorrow. Holnap mentek vissza.
Most meg én nem. Mert addig tartok.
Mi volt a legjobb dolog, ami történt veletek? Anya az mindig levágja a fejét a Skype-on. So, what was the best thing that you've seen this week, or you've done with this week?
A legjobb volt szerintem megint együtt lenni, mint régen. Mikor is, ha összeveszünk, akkor is szeretjük egymást.
Okay, for Melinda, my eldest sister, this is actually my eldest sister. She says that the best thing was to be together again. I mean, obviously, we've grown up together. My parents only divorced when we were already teenagers, so we kind of, you know, we grew up together. We always lived together for at least 2 decades in the same house and everything. So now, when we all separated, Dia is married, I'm married, Mandy is gonna be married soon. We don't know to who, anyway. That's a question for another day. Anyway, so basically what we're trying to say here is that it was good to be together again. Yeah, it's nice to be together. It's nice to have a family reunion, and I think it's really, really important in every single family when you're, when your children are all married, to come together and just, you know, even talk things through that you need to, even if you need to argue, just talk things through. Okay, Diana, what was the best thing? And then we've got little harmony as well. What was the best thing in, you know, this week? What's happened to you? What was the best?
Szerintem ezzel a 2 gyerekkel töltött idő volt. Meg nekem tetszett, amikor Londonban voltunk igazából. Úgyhogy akkor ezeket tudom mondani. Amikor a gyerekekkel voltam, meg amikor Londonban voltunk.
Yeah, so Dia is saying she really liked the time with the kids. Dia is quite with the kids, by the way, so she plays with them for long, and then they like playing with them. My son said, I like that woman that's got a similar jumper to yours and it looks almost like you. That's my sister. Because she was wearing my jumper and then she looks almost like me, apparently. A lot of people say that. So, yeah, my sister enjoyed it as well. So, we've been together, kids were here, enjoyed the time. Anya, mi volt a legjobb dolog ez alatt az 1 hét alatt?
Hát nekem is az, hogy együtt voltunk, együtt csináltunk mindent. együtt főztünk, takarítottunk, mostunk, gyerekekkel foglalkoztunk.
Right, so my mom says yes, it was nice to be together. So we did everything together this week. I was not working. Hey, I was not working. I was here with my family, and then we had a good time together. So finally, after like quite a few years now, we spent loads of time together, and that was good. And Cornelius. Cornelius was he got an award today. He was the superstar of the week because he was a good boy. So he's got this Toby Teddy that he needs to look after this weekend. And Toby Teddy was watching TV with him, and we need to take pictures. And then did you get along very well? Yeah, we got along very well. So, Cornelius, mi volt a legjobb dolog, amit ezen a héten csináltál? What was the best thing you've done this week?
Getting Toby Ted.
Az volt a legjobb, hogy megkapta ezt a Toby macit. So he really enjoys having Toby Ted today. So tell me about this Toby Ted. Mi van? Mit csinál ez a Toby maci? Ez mit kell vele csinálni?
Take pictures and do lots of stuff with him.
Right, so oké, akkor a Toby macival le kell fényképezni a Toby macit, amikor Cornelius nézi a tévét vele, eszik vele, mindent csinál vele, és akkor utána belekük a fényképeket az albumba, igaz? Yeah! Gratulálok, hogy te voltál a legjobb szupersztár kisfiú az iskolában. Örülsz neki?
We'll get my award. I'm gonna get my award.
Yeah, he got his award. Megkapta a díját, és nagyon örül
No,
neki.
I'm going to get it.
Okay, go. Mindjárt hozza a díjat, megmutatja. Okay. So we just wanted to reflect this week. We just wanted to talk about this week, how it was, and it's been a journey, and it was good. If you have any more questions, then we could answer that. Anybody? Okay, so you got 4 people at the moment watching, and yeah, so
Me, I should get the funny glass one.
yeah, you can bring all your board. Cornelius kihozza az összes díját. Yeah, it was good. I mean, I wish my dad would be here as well. I mean, he's scared of flying. Apa fél a repülésről. Pedig jobb lett volna, hogyha ő is jön. So it's gonna be an adventure to get my dad here, and he's scared of flying. But yeah, it was still good. I mean, somebody was asking me what is it like to grow up in a family where there are only girls. Mit gondoltok, milyen felnőni egy olyan családban, ahol csak lányok vannak? Obviously we can't really compare because we don't know what it's like to grow up in a family where there are boys as well. Some men in the sense. Dia?
Nem tudom, nehéz ennyi nővel együtt élni. De tényleg. És egy fürdőszobával.
Okay, Dia is saying that it's quite difficult to live in a house where there are only, well, not only anyway, my dad was there, but there are lots of girls because obviously it could be quite difficult, and then we only have one bathroom as well, so that is quite difficult. Right. If you have any questions, please just comment below. We would love to answer your questions. I mean, we spent this lovely week here together, and it's been a while when, you know, we came together. We answered some of the questions, like, for example, so many people wants to know what my mom thinks about me getting married to a Nigerian guy. So that we discussed that. She thinks nothing, by the way, if you wondered. And Melinda was saying that to her, England is a bit dark and looking miserable and always rainy. So she wouldn't like to live in the UK. And Dia was really enjoying being with the kids this week. So I think, we had a lovely time. I mean, I wanted to do this Facebook Live just to have some nice memories. And also just to, if you have any questions, just to discuss, because it's nice to just reflect on what we did. We try out the drone as well, so they enjoy that as well. Bengo, my husband, is always taking pictures and showing them different footages. That was probably the first thing they did when we arrived. So it was lovely. I mean, Dia's got a husband as well that is quite busy. She's married to a pastor, or anyway, a future to be pastor. I mean, somebody who's training to be a pastor at the moment. And Melinda, even though Benga, my husband, thinks that she's looking for a husband, she's not really looking for a husband. She's got a husband. No, she's got a boyfriend for 10 years anyway. It will be a husband soon. And then, would mom live in England? Anya? Aludnál. I was gonna ask my mom if she would like to sleep in England. He's not sure, but szeretnél itt lakni Angliában? No. Nobody would like to live in England.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, Dia, sorry. Yeah, would you like to live in England?
Szóval, én nem mondtam olyat, hogy nem laknék itt. Igazából én úgy vagyok vele, hogy nekem így nincs erre vonatkozólag egy plusz tervem. Szóval, ahogy Emes is mondta, hogy Laci, hogy pásztor lesz a férjem, ahova Isten szól, hogy menjünk, oda megyünk. Ha Magyarország, akkor Magyarország. Ha Anglia, akkor Anglia.
Right, so my sister is saying she doesn't want to say that she would not like to live in England. All she's saying is, because her husband is a pastor, is going to be a pastor soon, if God wants them to live in Hungary or wants to live in England, then they would go wherever their calling is. So it's only these two that don't want to live. That don't want to live in England. I'm in England at the moment. I'm not sure if I want to stay in England. That's that's something for the future. I would like to live in Hollywood. My mom said, okay, but that's a bit too far for her, but anyway, she doesn't mind. Anya azt mondta, hogy ez egy kicsit messze van, de amúgy meg nem bánna.
Én azt mondtam, én majd megyek látogatni.
Okay, my mom is gonna come and visit anyway.
Nem fogok.
She doesn't want to move anywhere, but she just comes and visits, so that's alright. Ti hol szeretnétek lakni, hogyha lehetne választani egy helyet a világon?
Skócia.
Skócia, az még hidegebb.
Az gyönyörű hely.
Gyönyörű, de hideg.
Nem, de látom a képeket.
Right, Dia is saying, my young sister is saying she would love to live in Scotland. Come on, Scottish people. She's married anyway. So, she would love to live in Scotland because, so what is it that you've seen there that is really nice? Mit láttál ott, ami nagyon szép?
A hegyeket, a házakat, a városokat, minden gyönyörű. Minden.
Right, she likes the mountain, the hills, the towns, the cities, everything is beautiful, she says. So she would love to live in Scotland. My elder sister Melinda, where would you like to live if you could choose one?
Hát sosem gondolkoztam még ezen. Nem tudom, de ezt nem mondtam az előbb is, ugye, hogyha valahol lakni kéne, ami nem otthon van Magyarországon, akkor valami olyan helyen, ahol sokat süt a nap.
Meleg van.
Tengerpart.
Australia. Right, so Melinda is saying she's never actually thought about this, where she would live, other than Hungary. But if she must move out of Hungary, where she's where we are originally from, then she would move to somewhere really warm. So we were suggesting Austria could be a good one. I think lots of people want to live in Austria. Nem egy csomóan akarnak Ausztriában.
Ausztrália.
Okay. So my Hungarian is sometimes got some, slightly, changing anyway. But
Anya, és te hol élnél?
Anya.
Hát nem tudom, mert nem sok országba jártam. Nagyon tetszett Svájc, tetszett Ausztria, de hát végül is a nap az mindenféleképpen fontos lenne, de én nem beszélek nyelvet, ezért csak Magyarország.
Right, so my mom is saying that
Vagy Erdélybe tudsz költözni, anya.
Romania, that was
Hát Romániában nem
De ott
vágynék.
magyarok beszélnek.
Hát csúnyán beszélnek magyarul.
Anyway, so my mom is saying that she wouldn't like to live anywhere else apart from Hungary either, but if she needs to choose again, then sun would be a really important thing. And she visited Switzerland, she visited a few countries already, but she would probably just go for Hungary. I think in Hungary there are a lot of people like that, a lot of people that wouldn't like to move out of the country. Csomóan nem akarnak elmenni Magyarországon.
Szerintem egyre többen.
Egyre többen nem akarnak, vagy egyre többen
Egyre
elmennek?
többen elmennek.
Sokan elmennek, de sokan maradnak.
Szerintem sokan hazajönnek amúgy.
Csak rövid időre mennek
Persze van
el.
több ismerős, aki elköltözött, aztán hazajött, mégis hazahúzza a szívem.
Right, so they're saying that in Hungary, do we have any questions? Sing a Yoruba song. Dia.
Nem.
Minden.
És nem is emlékszem rá.
Énekeld el a Yoruba.
Dia said no, she doesn't want to sing anything.
És nem emlékszem rá, de
Oh,
azért azt
she
is
doesn't remember.
mondod.
She doesn't remember the... Which one did we sing? Timbakawe. Batamiadun gong gong ga. Emlékszel? Ez nem volt nehéz. Batamiadun gong gong ga. Timbakawe. Batamiadun gong gong ga.
De akkor mindannyian, ne csak ketten. De.
A batá azt jelenti, hogy cipő egyébként.
Szépen.
Ez a kopog a kis cipő, hogy valami ilyesmi nem.
Azért, hogy kong kong kong.
Aha.
So batamiadun gong gong ga. Batamiadun gong gong ga. Timbakawe. That's the part where you need to laugh. It can never know because of Timbakawe. Because kave in Hungarian is coffee, okay? And I think Hungarians are coffee addicts. And this one is. Anyway.
Ennyi van.
No. So shall we try
mindannyian.
it? Batamiadu konkonka, batamiadu konkonka, Timbakawe, ennyi. És de megint batamiadu konkonka. Kész van? Right, we're gonna sing batamiadu konkonka, okay? You ready? Rajta. You need to be loud, okay?
Nem.
Rajta. Batamiadu konkonka. Batamiadu konkonka. Timbakawe. Batamiadu konkonka. We need hearts, we need thumbs ups, we need everything. Come on. Encouragement. Come on. I need to sing more.
Vagy inkább kevesebbet.
Okay, my sister is saying that maybe because we sang too much. That's why we're not getting any thumbs up. Yeah, I think that was the Facebook Live for this week because I just wanted to bring my family together for the last time because they're going tomorrow. They're leaving England tomorrow. Thank you. A few hearts and then some thumbs up. Thank you. So they're leaving tomorrow. My family is leaving tomorrow. They were here for a week, and that was quite nice. That was quite a bit of a fun, and we had a really good time. If you have any more questions, just
Te így benne vagy, Dia?
just ask us now because we are about to leave now. Iságbe. They don't know that one. They don't know the Iságbe.
Az mi?
Sorry, ez egy
is
másik
ilyen
dal. For next
Majd
time.
van elénekelj.
Hol?
Bengának majd elénekelj.
Okay, they say they're gonna sing it for Benga when he's back, but anyway, we need to learn it because with Dia, a couple of years ago, we learned the Batamiadu Konkonka, yeah? We learned it. on a train. So when I remember that when my husband Veg was coming to Hungary for the first time, and we were traveling on a train. Amikor a vonaton utaztunk, aztán nagyon tetszett neki, hogy fülkés volt. And then he really liked that it was like, you know, separated in small little parts. What is it? Okay, and then so he really liked traveling on a train, but it took a while to come from my town to the capital, because the capital is like 2.5 hours on the train. Két és fél órát kell menni Debrecen. Okay, like 3 hours on the train from my town to Budapest, to the capital. And anyway, so it took a while, and then we were like wanted to use the time, and my husband taught us this little song, so that was quite fun. Hopefully when we go to Hungary we can do Facebook Live there. Hopefully the internet is going to be strong enough, and that's going to be good. If you have questions, you can still comment even when we finish this video. I will try my best and answer. Okay, Cornelius is actually here to show us his award. Bring it. Right. So, Cornelius got an award today, and he says, "Well done." Why did you get this award? Because he's been good. And in what way were you good? Like, you were behaving very well. Yeah? Because he's been a good boy for 10 days. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, 10 days. And then we've got our other special award. What's this award for? For singing Yoruba. Okay, so that one is saying Baride Afolabi got the Wazobia Upcoming Youth Cultural Entertainer Award in 2016. Yoo-hoo! More to come. And this award, the one from today, says Cornelius is our star of the week this week. For super.
If I've got this, it's called a certificate.
It's called a certificate. Sorry, it's not an award. And okay, so and he says he has worked very, very hard to change his behavior and is making lots of good choices. Well done, superstar. Keep up the hard work. So today we are celebrating Cornelius getting a certificate. It's not an award, it's a certificate. And an award in 2016. Well done, Cornelius. And we are also doing this Facebook Live because my family is going back to Hungary.
Hungry?
Yeah.
Hungry.
It's not Hungary, it's Hungary. Hungary is a small country next to Austria. We got 7 other countries as well that is next to. And Melinda said that she doesn't want to live in the UK. Dia said she would like to live in Scotland. Nobody likes England apart from me.
Ez nem igaz, Enes.
That's not
Ez
true.
nem
It is not true. It's not true. Dia says. Akkor mi? Okay, Dia does like England. Melinda doesn't. De nem szereted Angliát.
Szeretem, de nem laknék.
She likes England, but she wouldn't like to live in England. Okay, my mom. Same. Okay. So yeah. So basically, England is it? Ez nagyon más, mint Magyarország.
Nagyon.
Okay, for my sisters, England is very different to Hungary, but I would like to find a way. Miért? Miben különböző?
Épületek, a városok, az emberek, a tisztaság, az ételek, a
Na, akkor menjünk minden. So they say the buildings are different, but I agree with that because obviously they build the houses in bricks, and in Hungary we like, like the houses are different colors. We've got white, all sort of colors, yellow, all sort of different houses. They are colorful. They are not just bricks. Most of the houses are colorful. It's a bit like Nigeria, honestly. Like, houses are bigger and we've got big garden as well. They say people are different. Miért az emberek miben mások?
Nagyon sokféle ember van, sokféle nemzetiségű, sokféleképpen öltözködnek otthon.
Meg itt valahogy kedvesebbek is egyébként az emberek. Mármint így, hogyha csak egy pillanatról van szó. Akár a tömegközlekedésen, akár az utcán. Szerintem sokkal kedvesebbek, mint otthon.
Right, so they say that British people, well, first of all, they say that people are very different in England. Like they say they're different type of people. Obviously, you can see different nationalities. You can see Asian, you can see, Europeans, Africans. You can see all different people. Like the people are different. In Hungary, we still have. Most people are Hungarians. We have some Turkish, we have some, Chinese, we have university students, international students in our town and in the capital especially. So we have some other nationalities, but not as many as in England. So most people are Hungarians. Dia says, my sister says that people are a bit nicer in England. People are, especially, like in the... like on the public transport, on the bus, and then when they just need to say a few words to you, that people are nicer, more tolerant, and kinder. They say love and all there, nice. Mi volt még, amit mondatok, tehát akkor az épületek, az emberek, öltözködés. Okay, my elder sister says people dress differently, right? So how do they dress? Hogyan öltözködnek? Hát összehasonlítom.
Ez látni kell.
De ők tudják, hogy Magyarországon.
Magyarországon visszafogottabban, inkább így mondanám, visszafogottabban öltöznek az emberek. Vannak kirívóak ott is, de
Kevesebb.
Igen, kevesebben.
Right, so they say that people in Hungary, they're a bit more conservative, they dress a little bit more common, they don't want to stand out so much. I mean, there are always a few people that like want attention and they want to stand out, but not so many. They say there are more people, attention seekers here in England than in Hungary. So would you say that people in Hungary, they kind of look the same? Akkor azt mondjátok, hogy Magyarországon ugyanúgy néznek ki, ugyanúgy öltözködnek.
Csak nem ennyire szabad. Nem ennyire... Tehát itt egyéniségek vannak, az úgy látszik. Otthon is vannak egyéniségek, akiknek olyan öltözködésük van, ami más emberben nem látsz, de...
Right, so they say that in Hungary people don't dress as freely. They say in England they are very free. People are very unique. They just dress, but they just wear whatever they want. Really. Mi volt még? Épület, emberek. Mi volt még?
Hát a kaja is.
Okay, food and how tidy and clean things are. So my mom. So what do you think?
Hát nem mondtam.
So food. What do you think about English food?
A magyar kaja?
Angol.
Hát jó, de főképpen most mi nem angol kaját kóstoltunk, hanem a nigériai.
Nagyon sokat, nem kettőt.
Nekem az ízlet.
Right, so my mom is saying that when we talk about food, we need to obviously understand that when they come here, then they try Nigerian food. So what do you think about Nigerian food? Mit gondolsz nigériai kajáról?
Hát mivel én szeretem a csípőset, ezért szeretem azt is. Meg változatos, én mindent megkóstolok. De ízlik is.
Right, my mom say that she really likes Nigerian food. She says she likes, obviously she likes spicy, she likes hot food, and because of that she likes Nigerian food. And she's quite open-minded anyway. She would just try anything anyway. So she would not say she doesn't want to try something just because she doesn't know that type of dish. She's, she would like to try all things. Right. Mit gondolsz a tisztaságról akkor?
Hát itt Angliában nincs nagy tisztaság, legalábbis amit láttam. De mondjuk Londonban már igen. Ott másabb volt, de ma például mentünk Manchesterbe, körbe jártuk egy kis részét, az is szép volt, meg jó pofa volt. Zenészek, utcazenészeket láttunk.
Azt beszéltük volna, hogy most a kínai új van.
Igen.
Az is, amiatt is, de egyébként is voltak ilyen utcazenészek.
Right, so my mom is saying that England is not as tidy as people might think. She thinks Hungary is a lot tidier. Well, yeah, I mean, some parts are probably a bit dirty. I mean, I know that the reason why my mom is also saying is because in England the buildings are a bit darker and it's always raining as well. So for her, it always looks a bit dirty because it's dark. It's a lot darker than in Hungary. I know that's what she also means. There is one more thing I wanted to ask, and I'm gonna finish with this one. De még egy dolgot akarok megkérdezni, és akkor utána abbahagyjuk. What is it that you would say people must see in Hungary when they go to Hungary? Az, amit mondanátok, hogy mindenkinek meg kell nézni, hogy elmennek Magyarországra.
Magyarországon, Budapesten.
De ott mit van?
Hát a várost, szép télen, a kivilágítások, éjszaka, amikor sötét van, gyönyörű. Az országház, a Duna, a hidak, nagyon szépek. Amúgy Debrecen is nagyon szép.
Ott mit lehet nézni, a nagy templom?
Nagy templom, a Kossuth tér, Piac utca, ott is a kivilágítás nagyon szép télen és nyáron, mindenféle programok vannak. Korzó, fesztiválok. Jó. Budapesten több minden.
Right, so my other sister is saying if you were going to Hungary, you must go to the capital, obviously, that's Budapest. We say Budapest, that's the local language in Hungarian, say Budapest. However, you would probably say Budapest